So it's time to talk about the second version of Duel Links, or maybe the third version, because we've just had a big update for Duel Links China that we haven't really talked about in a while. They've been getting a bunch of new content. Of course, they've got guilds, the Monster Gate, the Tabletop RPG permanent event, they've got a battle pass, they've got animated game mats, exclusive cards we don't have in our game yet, they've got pro PvP events, they've got big KC Cups, team events as well, a lot. Now, today, they revealed a brand new game pretty much for Duel Links called the Duel Links Classic Server, and you might be thinking, okay, it's Legacy Duels and that's going to be it, but no, it's way, way better, and a bit weird, but at the same time, it's like an alternate version of Duel Links for an alternate version of Duel Links from Global. Let's talk about it. First off, the basic rules of the game have now changed to be kind of more like Master Duel rules, but still in the 3-zone format. We've got 40, 60 card decks, 15 card extra deck, 8,000 life points, 5 card starting hand, plus you draw on your first turn, so it's kind of like old school GOAT format, but in the 3-zone limit of Duel Links that we've currently got. And on day 1, you've got 3 characters, Yugi, Kaiba, and Joey. And that might not seem like a lot, but in this version of Duel Links, characters don't really matter. There's no skills. There are starter decks that you get when leveling up a character, but you also unlock them in a very, very different way. So use these things here. These are called fashion vouchers, probably some translation error there, but you get them from events and playing the game. You unlock the character. When you do, you get their starter deck, which Joey's one here, of course, has Red Eyes, Jinzo, Shion, Sword. You get 4 deck slots, and then you can upgrade your character to get more accessories, and also 10 packs of the Joey character pack. Now, every card in this game, as far as I can tell, in the main game-based pool, is going to be available for free in some way, but again, touch on that later on. But of course, for Yugi and for Kaiba, that'll be the same thing. You'll get their own character-themed pack, and that'll be good. Now, in Yugi's, what do you get? Well, you've got Dark Magician, Gemini Elf, MST, Spellbinding Circle, the card we can't get in Master Duel, because apparently it's too hard to code in. In Kaiba's, you get the Blue Eyes, Vorce Raider, Giant Germ, Snatch Steal Limit 1, and you'll notice these ones are the world's promo artworks. That's very cool that everyone can kind of get them. And then for Joey's, you've got Red Eyes, Goblin Attack Force, Heavy Storm, Axe Despair, all is ultra rare. Then we've got a big thing, and this is how card crafting works. It's not the same as Duel Links, but also it's not like Master Duel. So in Duel Links currently, when you decraft a card with Card Trader, you get what? Some gold, some SR jewels, and an attribute jewel, right? Now, you only get gold, but you can now buy gems with gold. 500 gold equals 50 gems, so that's 10 gold per gem, which is a really, really good value. You can also buy keys, fashion vouchers, and also cards from the Trade's inventory, which include things like Slate Warrior, Cyberstein, Troops of Doomed, and Upstart Goblin. A bit weird that Slate Warrior's limit 1, that feels a little bit weird, but overall, a good quality of card available in the free-to-play pool. Now on day 1, there will be 6 main card boxes available, and that's kind of a big red flag, right? That's so many cards to kind of obtain, and it's because they're going kind of all out on day 1, right? So in the first box, the Blue Eyes one, you've got Blue Eyes, Mother Grizzly, Lord of D, Blast Sphere, you've got staples like Card Destruction, Rota, Limit Removal, Solemn Judgment, cards you wouldn't think to see in the current Duel Links format, aside from, of course, your Rota. Then for the BLS pack, this is kind of similar to the actual one we got in Duel Links, in Global. These are all, I think, in that pack or within that, the same time frame. But then for Spell and Trap card wise, Reborn, Charity, Messenger of Peace, Magic Cylinder, again, cards we haven't got, or ones we only got 4 or 5 years down the line via campaigns, available on day 1. Then for Yugi's pack, the Dumption pack, we've got Morphing Jar, Vampire Lord, Twin Behemoth. Again, a bit weird, these ones are limit 1, but sure. Premature Burial, Giant Trunade or Hey Trunade. So again, just like going through these, Injection of Fairy Lily, Morphing Jar, that's Wolf number 2 then. We've got Pot of Greed, Change of Heart. See for yourself that these boxes are going to be pretty drastic. Then the Joey one is not that impressive. Mirror Force Swords, I guess is fine, but I think that is the weakest one. And then we've got this Summon Skull one, which again has Ultimate Offering, which could be very funky, paying 500 to get a summon every time you want. Which I believe also back here did we have the Witch of the Black Forest here? No, we had Sangan, whose effect is his original. Not the errata, it's the OG one. So going back, giving the card's original effects like it were back in the day, so you've kind of got this new form of speed GOAT format, which could be really, really cool. Then another new feature for Global, but not for China, is the card collection feature. Now, you can store your cards in a binder. As you level up your collection level, you'll gain more rewards like gems and gold and all these ticket things and whatnot, but also you can see here is a brand new rarity, and this one is holographic, and this one I think has been in Duel Links in the game code since day one. It's a very old rarity they're bringing out for Duel Links China, and it looks it's a bit over the top, but I think it works. I think it's quite nice. And of course, if you want different album covers, you can buy them from the shop, get it from events like Diamond Edition Gold 1 and some Yugi Kaiba themed ones. And of course, over time, Mai, Taya, Marek, etc., then this game will just increase, you'll get more options. And then for new events, we've got, well, this is an event, this is actually the gate. Now, we know in Duel Links, normal Duel Links, that you level up the gate via missions. In this one, you don't. You get points that you obtain by doing dailies and weeklies, and these can also include things like the boss gate and the mind maze, which is the old tabletop RPG event, but kind of brought in as a brand new feature that stays around forever. New characters kind of appear in there, you get more reward cards. It's a really, really good thing, and it's now going to be a thing in this second version of Duel Links for China. Also, when you reach certain stage levels, you get more items, right? You, of course, got your keys, your gems here, your tickets for your regular card pool. We'll talk about that again in a minute. And also, when you face down the duelists, they're just going to give you keys, which is not super duper exciting. There's no real reward cards because of the way the cards economy works. And here's the whole collection level thing. As you gain more cards, make more binders, you gain more rewards. Pretty straightforward. And here again is the Blue Eyes, the lovely new holographic finish. Looks really, really nice, and I wish we got it in Duel Links in the global one rather than Legend Foil, because that is awful. And you can see, you got your binder with Exodia in it, all in this foil, which, I mean, it looks a bit tacky when you have all these cards glowing the same thing. It doesn't look great, but in duels, it looks much better. We've got Ref Panel down here as well. Of course, then customizing your binder for 500 of these tickets, which I believe these ones are same as in here. It is, but also I think these are ones that you can actually buy with real currency over in China. So that's kind of how you buy packs. You buy tickets, and then tickets go and buy you packs in the game. There's also a 7-day login bonus, so you can actually go and do a bunch of these missions. There's like 5 stages to it, again, and get more of these coins and more of these tickets to use for the regular pool. You've got a set sail for the Duelist Kingdom event, which is a bit different from how ours was, and it's just kind of going down in a linear fashion. As you do more things, you play more duels, collect cards, you're going to be unlocking different parts of the anime, and it just seems like a nice little reinvention of what Duel Links did before. You've also got daily and weekly missions, which is something we don't really have in Duel Links Global, so that would be cool to see again. Then we have the shop, which has, of course, your main box up top. You've got your bundles to, of course, get gems and packs to deal with how they actually buy cards in China. You've got your accessories, you've got your duelist pack, your Joey, of course, you can also get the Yugi and Kaiba one as well. But also, you've got your regular inventory here, and you can see here, kind of looks very similar to the old Master Pack, doesn't it? And the reason for that is, it's literally, as far as I can tell, every single card in the game is in this pack. And so you can just pull on this and get these cards for free via event currency, via rewards, and this is just something that, again, Duel Links should have had at some point, but the game wasn't designed around it. And so this kind of feels like NetEase and Konami in China doing a Master Duel Links. In a way, that's what it feels like, because they're taking some lessons from Master Duel, put them into Duel Links, and giving you all these cards to play around with, which is, it's really, really neat. And of course, because of China gambling laws, you're limited to 100 packs per day, but each pack you open, you get 10 points. Once you reach 1,000, you're guaranteed to be getting a random free ultra rare card, which again could be anything in the game. It could be a Pot of Greed or a Change of Heart or a Mother Grizzly on the low end. And so overall, this is looking like a really fun addition to that Duel Links China universe, where they have all these cards we don't have, they get these events we don't have, they get these features we don't have, when it feels like Duel Links Global has been kind of stagnant for so many years. Of course, we had Rush Duel come out, and that was cool, but in terms of new features and actually like new event types, it's been very linear and very stagnant for a while now. We've just been kind of in this cycle of Turbo Duel, Tag Duel, Raid Duel, and then Duelist Kingdom, and that's kind of been it, and then a random gate event here and there. And so it would be cool if the same level of creativity was applied to Duel Links now as it was in the early days of the game, but maybe there's more competition over in China that they've got to kind of account for. Maybe with Pokemon Pocket coming out, Konami will be like, oh no, we've got to do something to keep Duel Links, you know, from going under or something. Again, we don't know. As you see in the background, there's gameplay from this brand new mode, which does look really, really good, and seeing Duel Links with no skills is kind of a trip and something people have wanted for a while. I think Legacy Duels as well was something people wanted, where there was no skills, just, you know, pure old school nostalgia cards, and that's what this brand new mode does give you. Now, I don't think I'll be able to play it, because of course it's China locked, and there'll be all ID stuff and all that kind of thing, But if we can find any gameplay and I can actually, like, you know, stick away in there somehow, I don't know. Maybe video next week when it drops. I think it's on the 12th, so not too long to wait until we see more information from it. But overall, looking very, very cool. And of course, very jealous we can't play it globally. But let me know your thoughts down below of this brand new mode for Duel Links in China. Of course, all the new bonuses and all new features that are coming to the game. It's looking very fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on next Duel Links video. Adios.